100 million Americans have been hit by a winter storm, packing pretty much everything in the weather arsenal. This map shows the ferocious speed and power of the northeaster. In 48 hours, barreling from Texas across the south up the coast to Maine. People forced to abandon cars after highways turned into skating rinks. And that was if you could dig your car out. These with only the mirrors poking through. And right now, a prediction of thunder, snow, and sleet. And our extreme weather team is tracking it all. ABC's Lindsay Janis starts us off in the Northeast, where the storm is still on the move tonight.
With snow and ice and wind and rain, the storm that crippled the South, killing at least 20 people, is still wreaking havoc. Whiteout conditions from the nation's capital to the treacherous New York State Thruway. Nor'easter winds whipping a house fire in New York City, at least 7 injured. Also in New York, a pregnant woman was struck and killed by a plow, her baby saved. Pennsylvania still under a state of emergency from the last storm. Just outside Philly, we helped 64-year-old Rosemary Augustine dig out. She lost power for nearly 3 days last week and again last night.
Well, I got a fur coat on, so.
Have you been wearing it inside?
And I've been wearing it inside.
Her 100-year-old mother had to go to the hospital to stay warm. Others in her building, like this toddler with breathing problems, evacuating. Rosemary showed us how she's managing with a gas stove.
I boil water in a big pan.
Hundreds of schools closed, but in the nation's largest district, New York, they stayed open. Meteorologists arguing their forecast was accurate and that schools should have closed. New York's new mayor defending his decision.
The National Weather Service gave us a projection. What we got here was certainly the high end of the projection and then some, and faster and earlier than was expected.
Here in Philadelphia, we got 9 inches of snow today. Some people taking advantage, sledding down these famous steps. And it's not over yet, Diane. Another 3 to 6 inches expected tonight.
Oh, Lindsay, thank you so much. And we're going to head south now, where tonight families are telling survivor stories after abandoning their cars paralyzed on frozen roads. They were also huddling in houses without power, and ABC's Steve Osunsami is with them.
More than half an inch of ice finally starting to melt today in Augusta, but not before bringing down trees and leaving more than 100,000 still in the dark. Across the South, nearly 500,000 people still without power tonight.
For somebody who's sitting at home and doesn't have any power, that is a bad place to be, and we understand that.
Authorities are warning residents they shouldn't use a fireplace to cook food. Tiara Gibbs and her family lost power and then accidentally burned down their house in Atlanta using their fireplace.
This was our only everything we had.
Families across 7 states will need candles tonight. In Charlotte, the people of this Baptist church recovering from a roof caved in by the snow. In Raleigh, survivor stories from drivers stuck on the ice, explaining why they walked away from their cars.
Cars around me were just spinning, and I was just waiting for my turn to get hit, and I was like, I've got to get out of here.
Tonight, families still have to watch out for falling trees.
Every time you hear something hit the roof, you come out and run.
This is a giant oak tree, and to give you a sense of just how powerful the ice can be, it was brought down not by the wind, not by the snow, but by the weight of the ice now melting below it.
And listen closely to the sound of danger. Falling ice from city skyscrapers. Nervous maintenance men came out and blocked off the sidewalks.
The building is fine.
It just can't melt fast enough. Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Atlanta.